Good evening, televiewers of the Chilean Media Television. Welcome to the primetime news on Cmtv. We are broadcasting live from our studios at Malingo Junction in Boya. We begin this news edition of today with this death story of veteran sports commentator Zachary Nkwo, who has died at the age of 68. He died on Sunday, 4th June 2017 in Boya after a brief illness. In a following report, Cmtv News paints a picture of the man known to have been the godfather of sports commentary in Cameroon.
I came this morning, I met him sleeping. I called, he didn't answer me. I tried to open his eye, it was closed. So I waited a minute and called and asked the girl who was taking care of him to bring something so that we can clean him up. So she brought water and we cleaned him up. Then the Gino brother came and met me. Then she said, in a situation like this, he will not go to church. I told him that no, let him go to church since we are here. Go and come back. I sat there for a while and later left. I went to the house, said I want to buy something in the market and I live in my house. As I left, the daughter called me from London, saying that I heard that the father is no more alive. I said, no, I'm just from the hospital. Let me go back and check whether it's true. Immediately I reached the hospital, I discovered that he's already dead.
News of Uncle Zach's demise fell like a bombshell.
In fact, I'm completely devastated because I never expected him to leave us so soon. We have been very, very close, especially after the untimely death of our younger sister in 2012. And the death of his daughter also in 2012 really impacted on him, and I can definitely say that he never recovered from that. And in spite of the fact that I was transferred to Bamenda, I made sure that whenever I'm here, I'm with him, I go and visit him. Because for reasons which those close to him and those who are in Bopango know, he was alone, and he was very, very fortunate that one family was able to allow their daughter to take care of him.
Zachary Nkwo, the man who dazzled radio listeners with such expressions of his own, is no more, only leaving a flood of worthy students to mourn him.
He was my mentor. In 1965, when I went to college, Sase College, he was in Form 4, and he was one of those handling the journalism club in school. We have lived our lives, very much together. Even in retirement, I run a communications outfit. We've been doing our things, productions together, and if it's travel and so on, we have always been together. So I do. You can understand my attachment to him and to his family.
I can say that he's my father, because the first time I entered the radio, Cmtv Boya, in 1998, he was the first person who took me and introduced me in sports. And I did that with him from 1998 until 2004, when he went on retirement.
Born in 1949 in Moliwe, Limbe, from parents from the central region of Cameroon, Zachary Nkwo was a seasoned and well-traveled sports commentator who, in the absence of television sets, painted very vivid pictures of sports events to listeners of the then Radio Cameroon. He retired from active service to his home in Bokwango in 2004, and it is from this chair that he has been clearly monitoring his followers. It is true that Uncle Zach has left us, but it is also a certainty that never will his popular phrases leave the minds of those who were lucky enough to listen to him.
Boya, the provincial capital for the southwest province of Cameroon. Boya the seat of the highest peak in the West African region, the Mount Cameroon race. It has produced men and women. Champions are plenty. From the likes of Ekona, who won the race in 1973, and the likes of females like Katang Gwang and the Queen of the Mountain, Sarah Etonge. 2006.
The highest peak, the highest mountain in the West African region.
It happens. Even in the mortuary, there's a protocol. I him say, always says is defeat, not defeat, life continues. And the boy amount will still answer President Bukwango will still remember Bukwango.
Zachary Nkwo leaves behind 5 children, brothers, sisters, students, and well-wishers to mourn him.
The year 2017.
Zach's last official outing was at the just ended Mount Cameroon Race of Hope, the 2017 edition. We express our deep-felt condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones. Away from that, now we talk environment. Communities and societies of the world have been urged to cherish the environment for better living conditions. The call was made by the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, as the world commemorates the Environment Day. In Buea, a seminar was organized by the Southwest Regional Delegation for Environment, Protection of Nature and Sustainable Development, in which the public was briefed on the best ways to protect nature and on the priceless importance of nature to humans. Star Mike Jarvis with the details.
Connecting people with nature is this year's theme for the World Environment Day. The event that took place at the Esplanade of the Council building in Buea, Southwest region, brought together plus 400 people and was done under the auspices of the representative of the governor of the Southwest region in the person of Mr. Tata Julius Yenui, accompanied by the Southwest Regional Delegate for Environment and Nature Protection. Present during the event were equally organizations that came in to show how nature can be conserved and our climate can be prevented from degrading. Speaking to the stakeholders, the Southwest Regional Delegate for Environment and Nature Protection called on all to respect the call of nature and to ensure that guidelines put in place by the government in order to conserve our environment are well respected.
One and only message just to let people know that we depend on the environment. As the Secretary General of the United Nations said, our forest, our land, the water we drink, the air we breathe is from environment. So let us protect our environment because we depend on it.
Nowadays, we have rainfall when we did not expect. We have sunshine where we didn't expect. And then when they fall at a very high and extremely manner. So these are some of the extreme hazardous conditions we find ourselves. That notwithstanding, now parents go to the farm, farmers farm, but they don't get huge harvest because the environment by itself has been affected. So even the harvest, even what nature has in plant, we cannot even have as much as we can. And that is geometrically increased.
Some of the activities to grace this year's celebration in Buea include poems, singing, and drama.
Hundreds of Christians stormed the Buea High Court premises this June 5 as the Right Rev Funke Samuel appeared in court for the first time to answer to 5-count charges. The moderator of the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, together with the Bishop of the Buea Diocese, Emmanuel Bishu, were dragged to court by a certain consortium of parents who failed to show up in a court. Security around the court premises was very tight this Monday morning, with the Christians, pastors, priests, and even the media being denied access into the courtroom by forces of law and order. At the end of the court session, the Right Reverend Funke Samuel addressed his flock in front of the courtroom, calling on them to stay clear of any form of provocation. The lead defense counsel, Senior Barrister Echa Bisong, who is defending the PC of the Presbyterian Church, castigated the court's decision not to let Christians into the courtroom, and the magistrate, however, expressed his apologies to that and promised to let people in when the case reopens on July 24, 2017.
Thank you, praise. The biddings of the Holy Spirit, symbol of Jesus.
Your presence here is an indication that you are worshiping a living God.
Plenty of emotions there as the moderator weeps for his Christians. Away from that, we talk this accident brief. A collision between a heavy-duty truck and a public transport bus has left 5 dead in Ekona, southwest region of Cameroon. Eyewitnesses say the truck allegedly lost control and met face-to-face with the bus heading to Boya from Kumba. Several other passengers badly injured are currently receiving treatment at the Boya Regional Hospital.
For speed limit, no, no, so speed action. No, it's extremely shocking. It is. In fact, we are most distressed. That's what you think should happen. I mean, it is horrible. I don't know what language I can use to express the horror. I mean, it's horrible. That's all I can say.
Lord Mayor, what should be done to reduce this? Because from experience, it seems as it's almost like a culture within this particular side of the road.
Yes. It's a real problem. It is a real problem indeed. The rate at which these sand vehicles ply this road, it is a worry to all of us. It's not the first time that we're complaining about it. It's a real worry, and things have happened now. So maybe with time, something needs to be done. I cannot tell you what will be done, but it's so horrible that.
From Boya, we move over to Limbe. The Limbe School of Nautical Arts and Fisheries, LINAFI, is still in need of teaching equipment and teachers for the 2017-2018 school year that begins in July. These needs were made known to the Minister of Livestock, Fisheries and Animal Husbandry, Dr. Tiger, when he visited the institution recently. Details of that visit with Mai Jarvis.
The visit of Dr. Tiger, Minister of Livestock, Fishery and Animal Husbandry in Limbe, was aimed at chairing the second extraordinary board meeting and equally to look at the state of affairs of LINAFI, which is the Limbe Nautical Arts of Fishery Institute. To the director of the institute, the school is aimed at...
We are still sourcing for more teachers. We have to make our workshops more reliable by acquiring more didactic materials or pedagogic materials. Our training is very expensive. Our school fees here is 500,000. So some of the admitted students could not make it because of that amount.
The minister, during his working session in the school, was accompanied by other government officials in the rank of the senior divisional officer of FACO, Zangtroa, and equally other government officials, during which the minister took time to assess the equipment and project that LINAFI has been embarking on. The minister equally seized the opportunity during the extraordinary board meeting to give guidelines and modalities as to what is expected of the board members comprises of LINAFI, including the minister, who is the board chair, during which a lot of discussions were done in and off camera. According to the minister, a lot of efforts have been done by the government of Cameroon in order to create professional institutions. As the minister ended his visit in Limbe, the aspect of recruitment and admissions of the school is now in the hands of the director.
On our national page now, we take this news brief that comes from the Ministry of Defense. Some 30 soldiers who on June 3, 2017 blocked streets in Zike, a locality in the far north region of Cameroon, asking for better working conditions and the payment of international mission bonuses, have been flown back to Yaoundé and placed under arrest by the minister delegate at the presidency in charge of defense, Joseph Betty Asomo. This was made known by a communique released by the minister this June 5, 2017. The soldiers have been accused of indiscipline by the minister, who says they shall be arraigned before the Military Disciplinary Council for necessary sanctions to be taken against the soldiers.
and we have this Rockford anti-riot men.
We now take a brief break, and when we come back, CMTV News goes straight into sports. On our sports, we talk League One Championship of Cameroon. It was on its 17th playing day last weekend, that is yesterday, June 4. For the results, Aigle of Lamenoa beat Unisport of Bafang by 2-1. Canon of Yaoundé and Astro of Douala pulled a 0-all tie. Feature Football Club of Jiko Banjun beat Dragon of Yaoundé by 3-2. Stade Renard and Racing of Bafoussam played a 0-all tie. Bamboutus on Buda beat Apejes on Fou by 1-0. New Stars of Douala beat Colombe of Ja and Lobo by 2-1, while Eding Sports, who are the champions of the first stage of this championship, beat UMS of Loom by 3-2. For the standings, we have first Eding Sports of the Leke with 34 points, followed by UMS of Loom with 28 points. Stade Renard of Melon comes third with 27 points. Feature FC of Jiko Banjun comes fourth with 26 points. Cotton Sport of Garoua are fifth with 25 points. They have 2 games in hand. Dragon of Yaoundé comes sixth with 24 points. Apejas on Fou with 1 game in hand. They are 7th with 23 points. Bamboutus of Buda are 8th with 22 points. Astro of Douala 9th with 21 points. Aigle of Lamenoa are 10th with 21 points. Unisport of Bafang 21 points on the 11th spot. Union Sportif of Douala are 12th with a game in hand, 20 points. Young Sport Academy of Bamenda 13th with a game in hand, 20 points. Racing of Bafoussam, the 2% de l'Ouest, they are 14th with 19 points. Canon of Yaoundé comes in the 15th position with 18 points. 16th, Colombe of Ja and Lobo, 17 points. New Stars of Douala, 17th with 16 points, while Lyon Blessé of Futuni, with a game in hand, come last with 10 points. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all we could gather for you for this edition of the newscast. Catch the rendezvous again for Thursday, when we shall be coming to you with a fresher package of CMTV News. Until then, stay glued to interesting programs on Chilean Media Television. Until Thursday, have a blessed night.